All right, super. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. This is Robert at Custodian File. Today's December 21, 2024. Let's just jump right on in. I want to cover a little bit what's happening in New Jersey and show you some other UAP activity on the West Coast. So essentially, the police are now saying, well, you know, these drones, they seem to be, and if you follow the radar data, they seem to be following the same path as these airliners. So if you've been watching the channel for some time, you pretty much understand that all airliners, helicopters, jet airliners, they do get recon. They get tagged by these small UAP dragons, aka dragons. I call them dragons because 7 years ago I was pretty sure they were dragonflies. It was first discovered in Marina del Rey, the summer of 2017. Pretty much the Coast Guard and the Navy invaded the marina. I turned on my camera after 14 days and I could see these small UAPs flying around our aircraft. Since then, there's been 14,000 hours of research, tens of thousands of videos. There's definitely a correlation. They highly appear to be reconning our aircraft, helicopters, airliners, all airliners, anything in the air, essentially, even anything after 150 feet elevation. I have all that video I could show you. So the police are saying, hey, these things are, they're not using the word tagging our airplanes, but they are tagging our airplanes. That's not to scare anyone. It is what it is. It's just a simple science. And I have the videos, and easy to prove anywhere in the country, wherever you are. You take out your own phone in the daytime, hold it landscape, record helicopters, airliners, zoom in 10-20%, record for 30 seconds, and you'll see these small UAPs. You'll see a dot, a little dark dot, and that will be the small UAP dragon. You can call them fast movers, orbs. It doesn't really matter. Essentially, the only thing that matters is that they are here. They appear to be obviously accumulating data, surveillance, recon, probe, scans, whatever you're comfortable with. The whole purpose of this channel is just to say, hey, there's something in the sky, and they're right in front of us too. They can be recorded without airliners. In other words, empty sky, solo videos. But it's just a lot easier to wait for a helicopter airliner record. If you're in Los Angeles, the airspace over Culver City and downtown LA are really kind of infested. It makes it a lot easier to record them. But again, they're all over the world. They're at air shows, Blue Angels, Thunderbirds, Europe, Australia air shows, you name it, the Red Arrows. They're coming in. So I'm trying to put together and show you as much video as possible. Okay, and then real quick here, some of these witnesses are saying, hey, these drones are as big as a car, SUV. I know we're kind of puzzled, and they're in the air for 5 or 6 hours. So I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. If I had to kind of explain it, or, well, God, how can a drone be for 5 or 6 hours? If I try to see it on the other side, if I try to create a steel man opinion, how do we because we don't have technology, we can't make a drone that can sit in the air for 5 or 6 hours. Just in my opinion, I'm a pharmacist, but listen, this is what I think. I mean, I think it could be done pretty easily. I'll just put it out there. You can make a drone that sits in the air 6 hours, 10 hours. It already was invented 100 years ago. It's called a blimp. So you take it doesn't matter, a 3-inch drone, a 6-inch custom drone. You essentially attach a black helium balloon to it at night. 99% of the energy of a drone is just to hover in the air. So if you zero out that energy with a helium balloon, you can sit there for days. All you need is 0.1% to steer. So I'm just saying, but I don't think that's what this is, but it could be done theoretically. What I think's going on, these are Reaper drones, and they're sniffing, they're smelling the air, and good luck. I hope they find what they're looking for. I certainly do. And then, of course, our Reaper drones are being tagged. They're being recon surveillance by real UAP, Orbs, dragons. So there's 2 truth lines going on here. There's 2 narratives, not just one. It may even be a third. And then, of course, the third one is just real airliners. People are mistaking airliners. All you got to do is just go on. They have free apps on the internet. Personally, I like planefinder.net, and if you think you see something in the sky, look at planefinder.net. It's free. If you see something, an airliner right there, then that's a legitimate FAA aircraft. If you don't see anything above, then yeah, pull out and record it, because theoretically it shouldn't be there. Anyway, if you like what you see, what you hear, and please like, subscribe, comment. I do want to hear from you. Give me some feedback. And looking forward, or if you have your own UAP drone video, you can please share it at custodianfile@gmail. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, super, March 14th from this year. Okay, look at this, super slow motion, 3%. Look at this Earth drone. This is a Cinema Earth drone, very expensive, over $10,000. Look at it getting tagged, very predictable. They're surveying the wetlands here for slippage from the rain. Look at this. This is just classic textbook. Very easy, typical, baitable. That's what these things are, incredibly advanced as they are. They're baitable. The psychology of them is baitable. Maybe they take an I don't care attitude because you can bait us, so you can't catch us. So, whatever that is all about. But essentially, yeah, if you have an Earth drone, have someone fly it, record it. I don't do that because I'm within 5 miles of LAX airport, so you can't do that. So I do that. But that's, again, that's someone from the gas company. They're doing a LiDAR 3D. So check this out. Look at this out from 4 years ago. Look at this. Oh, unbelievable. So my contractor's here. He's looking at the roof, and he goes, well, let me get my drone. I said, oh, you got a drone? Okay, just a second. Let me get my camera. I'll go up on my balcony, and I go, okay. I turn the video on. I say, okay, launch your drone, and then 1, 2, 3. This is just textbook. So look at this. This thing comes right off the ground, like 300 feet out and 200 feet down. It just does a vertical launch. And look what it does. Look right in the middle where the D is on the custodian. It totally 100% eclipses the Earth drone. Why did it do that? It's communicating with us. It's saying if you humans are so smart, you would realize that we can frame into your camera, because I have a Wi-Fi on my Panasonic X1000. We can frame ourselves and we can eclipse. And they're saying, if you're really that smart, you'll be able to notice this is what we did, and I caught it, and I'm sharing it with you. And that's the whole purpose of the videos. We're going to catch up with these guys. I don't care how smart they are, how smart their AI is, how advanced, quantum computers. I don't care. We're going to catch up with them. We're going to exceed them. It may be a 5 or 10 year project. Let's just get started. How long will it take if we don't start? So let's start. So there it is. I mean, that's how predictable. I mean, I didn't even have my camera on for a minute. I knew this was going to go down, and it went down just spooky. And I have several others like this. So let me show you more. These interpolations are a copy and paste of each frame. 80% are horizontal, 20% are vertical like this. But you're saying, where's the Earth drone, Robert? It was totally eclipsed. That's why I showed you the original video. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, talking about Earth drones. Look at this NBC News from 5 years ago. This is right here. That's Marina Del Rey. So look what Homeland Security does. They hire these guys from the White Fox Company. These are ex-Navy SEALs. And they come in with this van. They park right there at Venice Pier. Probably radar equipment. It's like $1 million van. And Homeland Security is trying to get ahead of these dragons here. So they ask these guys to come in and figure out what's going on. Essentially, and there's the IP, there's a timeline. You could look this all up. I was lucky to catch the story. I would have missed it. So here's a guy just flying his Earth drone at the pier, and they're going, hey, this is illegal. No, I didn't know it was illegal, etc. But these are not the drones you're looking for. Funny, isn't it? So they're doing the best they can. Again, Homeland Security, they're doing everything they can. It's look this up. It's not really changing anything. Boy, I wish I was there that day. I would have confronted these guys. We would have had a great conversation. If you do come back, White Fox, if you do come back to Venice Pier, give me a heads up. I'd like to share some info with you. Okay, let's go back to some Earth drones right here over the wetlands, Marina Del Rey. Look at this. 4 years ago, my neighbor across the street's flying his drone. I call them Earth drones. And at the last second, I realized what he's doing, so I quickly turned my camera on, and I pointed at his drone because I know I only had a few seconds. I knew what was going to go down. I only had a few seconds, and I'm rushing, and I just zoomed in just in time, and look what flies by. There it is. I mean, just Some of you are like, oh, Robert, these got to be a bug. Hey, I see a wing. It's got to be a bug. Yeah. No, nobody can predict a bug or a bird. So what you're seeing right there, that little flash, is plasma. They're running on electricity, very high voltage, extremely high voltage propulsion. So they got it down. They figured it out. Who's ever doing this? Is it off planet, on planet? Is it from our future? We don't know yet. But look, there it is. Just like the previous video. The contractor, he launched his drone. I said, give me a minute, real quick. Let me turn on my camera. You saw what happens. And look at this. This was all within 1 minute too. Probably within 20 seconds. I couldn't point my camera fast enough, and then this went down. Over and over, and I have more like this. But I mean, this is just classic. Just classic, the dichotomy of this timeline and the timeline in the future. It's like, wow, this little Earth drone is like, wow, when I grow up, I want to be like you. And that's what 1,000, 2,000 years from now, that's what it looks like. Just mind-boggling. There it is. I mean, if you get it, if you're scared, I totally understand that. I respect it. I was scared for 100 days, but it's been 7 years, summer 2017, and I really don't have a reason to be scared. I thought I was scared, but I don't have a legitimate reason. I don't have any video evidence, any intuition, nothing. It's just. There's no reason. There's the hard evidence. You're welcome. Copy, share it. Start your own channel with my videos. This is open source. It's for humanity. It's going to push us. We're going to effectuate Disclosure 2025. Okay, let me show you a few more Earth drones because I know I'm making an overwhelming statement, so I better have overwhelming evidence. Correct? All right, let's see some more. Super. Okay, this was from September. Real quick, I'm driving through the wetlands. And the guy behind me, I saw he was surveying with an Earth drone. I said, what the heck? I pulled over. I pulled out my camera, just pointed at the power lines because I know what's going to happen. You fly an Earth drone down here in the wetlands. And pretty much sure enough, I mean, just making a rudimentary effort for a few minutes. There it is right there. It just pops in, takes off. Very predictable, very typical. Not a lot of frames there. But just made a real short, real small effort. That was the Earth drone behind me. Nevertheless, this cause and effect. Again, I can't stress enough how predictable. So you can bait them. You can bait them no matter where you are. This is pretty much all over the world. I know, again, some of you are just doing this without airplanes, aircrafts. It's just a little slower way to do it, and I don't have a lot of time to throw away. Here's one from 5 years ago. So this is let me show you the interpolation, and I'll zoom in on this. I'll end the video with a close-up. So basically what's happening all the way to my left, I'm filming the ocean, the jetty rocks. I have all the video, and the Coast Guard is storming the beach, the Coast Guard. And one of their 70-foot cutters. They're just vessels. They actually deploy a smaller vessel with about 8 guys in it, and they're storming the beach. And I'm recording this. I have the video. And then while I'm recording them, like, this is unbelievable. This is nuts. They're storming the jetty rocks. And while I'm recording them, I hear a helicopter behind me, and I go, unbelievable. So I know what's going to happen here. If I swing the camera over onto this chopper, this is the LAPD. I mean, this guy, I don't want to say 100%. It says highly likely he's going to get tagged. So he does get tagged. I couldn't swing the camera fast enough. Within seconds, he gets tagged. I interpolate the video, and then I zoom in on my best frame, and there it is. I mean, it's incredibly hard to get a photo like this. It just does not happen. I mean, and I get this one. You can kind of see. It's like, what are we looking at here? You can kind of, if you look at the body of it, it's like there's something very mechanical. Very mechanical. I enlarged it using just the Windows 360 feature. It seems to do the job. And again, they're the plasma jets. That's how these things are flying. The plasma jets are a little longer. It was all due to the angle. I got just a lucky shot. They don't do this anymore. The Coast Guard doesn't hang around here anymore. I mean, they'll fly by, but with the vessels. They've stopped invading with the vessels, but nevertheless, I have it all on video, so it doesn't matter anymore. But there it is. This is just one in one. This is just over and over. You want overwhelming evidence? There it is. I mean, if you find this too hard to believe, it's like, no, Robert, those are not plasmas. Those are got to be a wing on a bug. That's fine. I respect that. I respect your opinion. It's just that the world's moving really quickly now. We got all this activity on the East Coast. Like I said, I've been trying to tell this story for 7 years, and it is slowly getting out. I get it. Change is hard. Electricity is electricity, and it's been around forever to be around forever. And this is all part of the equation here. Plasma. Plasma is probably one of the final frontiers. Okay, I think that will do it. If you like what you see, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I do want to hear from you. It's important. If you have your own video, please send to custodianfile@gmail.com. Okay, until the next video, what can I say? Have a safe holiday, Merry Christmas. Looking forward to hearing from all of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.